महफिलां च जदों गल साडी पलो पलो ने कीतियां अंतरराष्ट्रीय कीर्तन प्रतियोगिता सीजन 3 का आगाज 38वां ऑस्ट्रेलियन सिख गेम्स दे विच कीता जा रहा है और कबड्डी ग्राउंड दे विच रजिस्ट्रेशन स्टॉल है, तुसीं कल विजिट कर सकते हो। बहुत बहुत तुहाडा धन्नवाद। ते नाल ही हुण असीं गत्के की प्रेजेंटेशन करांगे ते चतर सिंह वीर होरां दियां कुछ सतरां मैनूं याद आउंदियां ने। कहते ने करते रहे लोक चना अंदर असी लंब अंदर लाइया तारियां ने, साडे इश्क नूं परखिया लंबियां ने, साडे प्यार नूं परखिया आड़ियां ने। झूठे लए ने किस तरह चटनियां पे लैंदी रही है किस तरह खल साडी, लोग उंगलां मूंह विच पा लैंदे महफिलां च जदों तुरदी गल साडी। पेश करदे हां जी गत्के की प्रेजेंटेशन। ये एक मैलोडी जी बनाई है परमपाल सिंह होरां ने, जो कि इस बार गत्का कोआर्डिनेटर ने 38वां ऑस्ट्रेलियन सिख खेडां दे विच पहली बार गत्के नूं इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है। अज तुसीं ये देखो कि कल गत्के दे मैच होणगे। बोले And I'm also very thankful to Polo Polore Kirtiya convener and founder Dr. Harpreet Singh for presenting this team on the stage and for his efforts to bring Kirtan competition in Australia. Thank you so much.
Jugani ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਹਾਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਦਸ਼ਮੇਸ਼ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸਦਾ ਸੱਚ ਦੇ ਪੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੜਨ ਵਾਲੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਮੌਤ ਕੋਲੋਂ, ਕੱਚੀ ਗੜੀ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਸੀ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਖੜੇ ਲੜਨ ਵਾਲੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਜੰਮੇ ਆ ਖੰਡੇ ਦੀ ਧਾਰ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ, ਵਧੇ ਫੁੱਲੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਰਪਾਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਜੀਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਜੀਵਾਂਗੇ ਅਣਖ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਜੇ ਮਰਨਾ ਪਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਮਰਾਂਗੇ ਸ਼ਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। Together, these performances beautifully reflected the balance in Sikh philosophy: devotion, strength, peace, and courage. Following these inspiring performances, we now come together in a shared moment of unity and respect as we celebrate the rich diversity of cultures and traditions that make up our community. We also honor the country we call home. I invite to please stand for the Australian national anthem, which will be sung by Jugani or Randava with Victorian Sikh kids.
If you're not standing up already, out of respect for the Australian national anthem, please stand up. Thank you. So the national anthem will be sung by Jugani and along with her Victorian Sikh kids.
You already did. She is the winner of Follow Kirtan Competition Season 2 that happened last year. So give a very good hand to her. Thank you so much.
So now let's change up the vibe a little bit. Get ready to cheer loud and proud. Our next performance brings alive the theme, Spin to Podium, a journey that starts in the heart of the village where games are played with pure joy, bare feet, and big dreams. From those simple beginnings, passion grows stronger, leading to stadiums filled.
एक समा से चलो बचपन में जाने उदासी ना सखी ना सी ना स्मार्टफोन ना वीडियो गेम बच्चे का आदत सुबह ने खेता ते दरिया दौड़ते खेलते पंजाब के पिंडा में खेलने मैदान बन जाते थे कबड्डी गुल्ली डंडा ते सिर खेलना सब खेलना दवाई के बहुत पसंद ये खेलना ताकत बनाना दोस्तियां बनाना हिम्मत ते मुकाबले भावना पैदा करना ਅਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਚੈਂਪੀਅਨ ਬਣਨ ਦੀ ਯਾਤਰਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਮਹਾਨ ਸਿੱਖ ਖਿਡਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ, ਹਿੰਮਤ ਅਤੇ ਲਗਨ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕੌਮ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਭਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੁਸ਼ਨਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਅਤੇ ਅਨੁਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਹਰ ਨਵੇਂ ਖਿਡਾਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਿਤ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਹ ਬੱਚੇ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਚੈਂਪੀਅਨ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਇਸ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲਿਜਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਹਨ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਸਟੇਡੀਅਮਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਜ਼ਬਾ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ।
Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate the journey of pen to podium, we are reminded that every champion's story begins in the simplest of places, in the joy of play. Independent sport is not about medals or recognition, but about laughter, freedom, and the pure happiness of being able to run, jump, and dream.
But that is not always possible. In Sikh tradition, we are guided by the powerful idea of Shava lakh. पिता दशमेश ने कहा सी 1.25 लाख से एक लड़ाओ तब मैं गोविंद सिंह नाम कहाऊं 125,000, a number that symbolizes strength, resilience, and the belief that even one individual can rise to uplift many. Today we embrace the spirit together as a community. We are proud to be working towards raising So if you would like to donate, the QR code is up on the screen. Please scan that and show your support.
We would also like to take a moment. I would like to turn your attention towards the screen for a video of our sponsors.
Every great community starts with a vision. Punjabi, proud sponsor of the Australian Sikh Games, specialists in residential, commercial, and industrial developments. We don't just build structures. We build places people are proud to call home, work, and grow. Now selling the Murray, our stunning residential community at Thornhill Park. And for businesses ready to plant their roots, Cobble Bank Business Park, Dickens West Business Park, Punbeck, creating beautiful communities. Visit punbeck.com.au to explore current and future projects.
ਸੀ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਤੋਂ ਬਗੈਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਗੇਮਸ ਨੂੰ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੋਸੀਬਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਨੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਇਹ ਧਮਾਲ ਪੂਰੀ ਜੋਸ਼ ਭਰਿਆ, ਗੱਭਰੂ ਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਡਰਿਆ। ਘੁੰਮ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਨੱਚਦੇ, ਨਿੱਕੀਆਂ ਨਿੱਕੀਆਂ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਿੱਕੇ ਨਿੱਕੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਨੱਚਦੇ। ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਰੰਗੀਨ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਮੈਲਬਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਿੱਕੇ ਨਿੱਕੇ ਸਿਤਾਰੇ।
Get ready for color, rhythm, and infectious excitement as our youngest performers from Punjabi and Melbourne Punjab squad take the stage. This performance is featuring around 200 kids performing at the same time. So let's encourage them. All apniyan zordar taaliyan naal unhan da swagat kariye.
ਅਨੁ ਐਸੇ ਢੋਲ ਦੀ ਤਾਲ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਧਰਤੀ ਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਦਿਲ ਨੱਚੇ। ਜਗੇ ਗਿਰੀ ਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਮੇਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਕਿਤੇ ਪੱਪ ਨੱਚੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੱਚੇ। ਇੱਕ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜੀ
सेवादारों, पालने वाले बच्चे बच्चियों। और आज की यही इसकी अगली आइटम है शाम की, वो इस तरह है कि साढ़े पास प्रविंदर राय जी जो कि एल्बरी गुरामा तो दौड़ के आए ने मेलबर्न, वो इतने आए ने। सो गाय हु इज रनिंग फ्रॉम एल्बरी गुरामा all the way to Melbourne into this ground. So his name is Pravinder Rai. He is raising funds for children, Royal Children's Hospital. It's 125 thousand dollars he's raising. That's the teacher, that's the goal, that's the one they want to do. So he is entering the ground right now. Pravinder Rai अपने साथियों के नाम जिन्हें दौड़ रहे हैं, वो एल्बरी गुरामा तो दौड़ के आए हैं। वो फंड रेजिंग वास्ते कुलदीप औलखोरी उन्होंने क्लब के सारे साथी नाल उन्होंने साथ दे रहे हैं। जोरदार तालियां के नाल स्वागत किया जा रहा है प्रविंदर राय जी होने का। प्रविंदर राय जी जिन्होंने के काले रंग की दस्तार बनी हुई है, टाई लाई हुई, तुझे कहते होने भी कितना कितना कपड़े पा के दौड़ाया। कपड़े पा के दौड़ने वाले दौड़ के आए ने, हमने पा के दस्तार जी अपनी हमने सजाई है, काला कोट पेंट पाया। कुलदीप औलख ताली स्पोर्ट्स क्लब वाले तो मेलबर्न के खिलाड़ी ने जो पिछले 2 दिनों तो अथलैटिक्स के हौसला अफजाई खिलाड़ियों ने कर रहे हैं, प्रबंध कर रहे हैं। सो जिन्होंने मेरे वीर ने इन्हों की डोनेशन है उस सहयोग उन्होंने वास्ते QR कोड पीछे ग्राउंड में लगे होगा। QR कोड राइट अप एंड प्लीज स्कैन एंड donate right now. We are going to show one. It's a very good cause over children's hospital. So जोरदार तालियां हमारे वास्ते ये भी विशेष और हमारे जाने वाले के इंस्पायर होंगे। बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जिनकी मदद करेंगे, जिन्होंने के पिछले साल भी इन्होंने काफी उद्यम करके कैंसर काउंसिल वास्ते काम करते सन। अभी धन्यवादी है, शुक्रगुजार हैं इन्होंने। और एक बार फिर QR कोड राइट पे प्लीज डोनेट वाया QR कोड सपोर्ट $1.25 लाख या $1.25 लाख लगना जिनके नहीं है $1.25 लाख इकट्ठा करना है। वो वास्ते जी QR कोड स्कैन करके 1 तो 2 3 4 5 तो $1.25 लाख का होगा। प्लीज मेहरबानी होगी थोड़ी। इस तो अगली जी आइटम है वो ये है कि हुण जिहड़े क्लब ने आस्ट्रेलिया के सारे इन्हां खेडों में भाग ले रहे उन्होंने मार्च पास परेड होने जा रही है। मैं प्रबंधक वीरां नूं गुजारिश करदा जदों भी तैयार होण मनदीप कौर जी, जदों भी तैयार होवोगी संदीप कौर जी, जदों भी तैयार होवोगे प्लीज जी आया नूं है कांग्रेस चढ़दी कला बख्शे। और मैं इन्हां नूं गुजारिश करांगा कि एक बारी जोरदार तालियां प्रविंदर राय वास्ते। वाह वाह वाह, नौजवान इसी तरह भाईचारे मान नसल क्या करता और दर्शन लोइया ने। और इस तो अगली जो भी आइटम की बात कर रहे थे वो बारे करने नाल QR कोड जो पिछे होगा प्लीज डोनेट जरूर करियो। जदों तुसी उत्थे किसी भी इंफॉर्मेशन हब से जाते हो या कल्चरल स्टेज ला के जाते हो उत्थे भी QR कोड लग्या होगा ते तुसी उत्थे भी जरूर इन्हां दा जिहड़ा चंगा गुड कॉज है $1.25 लाख इकट्ठा करता रॉयल चिल्ड्रन हॉस्पिटल वास्ते जरूर एक बार तुसी उत्थे भी डोनेट करियो। हाँ जी, एक जरूरी सूचना है, छोटा जिहा बच्चा 1.5 साल का बच्चा है, वो अपने मापिया तो वक् होया। 1.5 साल का बच्चा पिछले कॉर्नर से जिथे someone child is only year and a half old, he is right there in the corner of the back end. Please, if you are missing your child, be quick, otherwise we hand it over to police. Thank you. So March past is about to start. Thank you very much for the awards की thank you Diamond Sports Class के केवल पूरी कमेटी के धन्यवादी शुक्रगुजार हाँ। मेहरबानी जी बहुत बहुत एक बार फिर थोड़ी। और आओ एक बार आप मार्च पास की जी रस्म है उन्हें शुरू करिए। मार्च पास की एक रोड क्यों कहनी है, तालियां दे नाल ढोल दे नाल उन्हां दी एंट्री हो रही है। जोरदार तालियां जदों बच्चे आउंदे ने जिदा जिदा क्लब आउणगे आपां उन्हां बारी बात करते जावांगे। शुक्र साहब नौजवान जदों पहला क्लब है वो ग्राउंड ढोल दे नाल अठतीं सीखेना दी जिहड़ी स्पैशल सैरेमनी है उस दे विच सब तो पहला जिहड़ा क्लब है जिहदे विच all abilities. So boys and girls from from all abilities. Please put your hands together for these wonderful people. They are superb. They are just wonderful. Super Sikh Sports and Cultural Association Melbourne. Across next New Zealand. New Zealand वाले मुटियारा, इलारानिया, बीबिया, इस करके बास कबड्डी क्लब मेलबर्न, बास कबड्डी क्लब मेलबर्न नवा क्लब है, नवे मुंडे नवे मुटियारा कबड्डी को क्या दिखा वाके पाले, अयोर हिस्सा तेरिया पाला शुरू करना, दल लड़के जिन्हें बच्चे तीन साल तो, इस करके करेगी बस पाले, हॉकी क्लब, तारिया छोटे छोटे बच्चियां वास्ते जोरदार ताड़ियां फाल्कन क्लब देखो हॉकी का मेलबर्न में हाड़ आ गया हॉकी का मेलबर्न में और मापे अपने सोने सोने कपड़े पा के साज धज के मिलाना सब तो बड़ी गिनती इन्हों की है इस क्लब की जी गिनती सब तो बड़ी है जोरदार ताड़ियां मैंने लगता सारे नाम के दास के भी नाम लेके आए ने केसी कैनन हॉकी क्लब केसी क्लब एंड देन ब्लू ईगल्स स्पोर्ट्स डायमंड स्पोर्ट्स क्लब इनकॉर्पोरेटेड कुलदीप और बहुत मेरे साथी सुरेंद्र आए जी बाहर आ रहे हैं छोटे छोटे बच्चे जिन्होंने सजाए हुए उन्होंने जुड़े किए हुए छोटे छोटे तिहानियां प्यारा डायमंड एथलेटिक्स स्पोर्ट्स क्लब केसी फील्ड एज क्लास के बच्चे बच्चियां ने ਜਿਹੜੇ उन्होंने अपना स्टेडियम में जैसा नाम पाया विक्टोरिया के बहुत सारे रिकॉर्ड उन्होंने नाम के बोल दिए आज की तारीख में आज ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਹਰ ਐਥਲੈਟਿਕ ਮੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਦਸ਼ਮੇਸ਼ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਤਾਵੇ ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋਨਿਹਾ दशमेश स्पोर्ट सेंटर तावे बड़ा सवाल है बहुत सारा पाईदार है लाखों की गिनती मेलबर्न में हो गई है और एक रात के बच्चे अपने सोने देखो आज के लेकर बड़ी गिनती में आए ने का पुरस्कार करा करे बोले सोनहा इस तो के मिलिट्री स्पोर्ट क्लब बड़ा क्लब है मेरी पीढ़ी स्पोर्ट्स क्लब मेलबर्न मेरी पीढ़ी स्पोर्ट्स क्लब मेलबर्न के नाम का बोले सोनहा इसको के गॉर्बन वैली हॉकी क्लब इनकॉर्पोरेटेड गॉर्बन वैली हॉकी क्लब के मुंडे कुड़ियां मुटियारा मापे बच्चे सारे आ रहे ने काम करनी कराओगे हॉकी वालों जियो आया नु पहले हॉकी तो पहलियां से खेलों की शुरुआत हुई सी साढ़े समरा साहब बैठे ने मामी गरेवाल बैठे ने जिसमें रंधावा बैठे ने कुलदीप बासी बैठे ने प्योर साहब बैठे ने बहुत सारे वीर होने बैठे ने जिन्होंने कई से खेलों जड़िया अपनी शमूलियत की इस स्पोर्ट्स क्लब है सिख यूनाइटेड मेलबर्न की टीम है छोटी छोटिया कुड़ियां मुंडे बापे धियां रानियां पानी कितना का लग रहा है पूरे नजारे आ जाएंगे इस अगली जी टीम है वो है सिख यूनाइटेड की है इकट्ठे हो जाते आज इन्हें यूनाइटेड लगते नहीं लगे लागे लागे हुए ना फिर कहने इस करके इंडिविजुअल एथलीट्स so the individual athletes from Australia down under the boys and girls world powerlifting so individual athletes from world powerlifting and the PI Melbourne and individual athletes of Latin Australian Australia Punjabi welcome guys welcome it's just fabulous and the next one is Nest King Basketball Club Nest King Basketball Club छोटे छोटे बच्चे देखो कितना सोहनी लग रही है नविया नविया टी शर्टा मुड़ियो की आया जो आया पंजाबी कल्चरल एंड स्पोर्ट्स कॉन्टेस्ट इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया पक्ष तो आई ने कुड़ियां ये वो कुड़ियां ने जिन्हों की टीम कदे नैटबॉल की ऑस्ट्रेलिया की सब तो पहली तकड़ी टीम अगलियां सिख खेडा इन्होंने शहर हो रही ने 39वीं सिख खेडा 26, 27, 28 मार्च 2027 में सिख खेडा परथ हो जा रही ने रू पंजाब की आखिरी सिटी ये साढ़े बाबे बह के देखे वाला बाबे भंगड़ा पाते ने बह के बाबे बह के पाओ जी कोड़ा बह के आ देखो बाबे भंगड़ा पाते ने बाबे भंगड़ा पाते ने रोक बह के देख वाला रू पंजाब की स्पोर्ट्स क्लब सिडनी वाले ये साढ़े नेशनल के कोऑर्डिनेटर भी ने एथलेटिक्स नाम की बालगा कुलविंदर सिंह वरिंदर सिंह सारे साथी गोपी और जिन्हें भी आए ने अमित हरप्रीत सोनू दारी पांडिया और अगला जरा काम है वो है विक्टोरिया मीगो Roku Jugani विक्टोरिया मीगो माई पागोडिया सिंगड़िया मान वाली बात है सरकार वाली बात है काल को चढ़ती कला थी इन्हें ये सिख बच्ची ਨੂੰ ਜੰਮ ਲਵੇ ਤੇ ਮਾਈ ਭਾਗੋ ਵਾਲੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਮਾਈ ਧੀ ਰਾਣੀ ਭੈਣ ਬੀਬੀ ਮਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਵਿਕਟੋਰੀਆ ਲੀਗਲ ਸਕੂਲ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਰ ਫੇਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਭਾਗੀ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਧੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਾਅਦਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੂਰਾ ਰਹੇਗਾ ਲੈਟਸ ਗੋ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਆਫ Roku, follow your dreams, never too late to start the sport. These girls are doing a wonderful job. And there is something special happening here back here. What is happening? Ajo. आज भी उन्होंने सारा कलाबी तुम्हारे यहाँ आया. वाह. विक्टोरिया सिख एसोसिएशन ऑस्ट्रेलिया का बहुत बड़ा बात है. सबको बड़ा करता है. वाह. विक्टोरिया का बहुत पुराना चौकों का क्लब है और उधर ढोल चांटे के नाल बोलियां पाते मैनू लगता है ये खेडा की प्रभात मेरी निकल रही है ये खेडा की प्रभात मेरी निकल रही है वाह नहीं हो जिसका थोड़िया
And now I'm going to introduce to you those 6 players who have represented Australia and India at the national or international level. Starting with Arshdeep Singh Hassan, who is a prominent Australian men's national volleyball team setter. He has represented Australia at multiple major international tournaments, such as the Asian Championships, 2019. We also have
Bhupinder Kaur played hockey at national level in India, playing for Air India, represented Australia at World Masters Hockey Championship in New Zealand in 2024.
We have Govindraj Singh Gill, who played in World team that represented Australia at the Sultan of Johor Cup and also played at Japan Invitational Cup.
Hardeep Bassi, he's multiple Australian national champion. He's got various titles, multiple Australia championships, gold medals, participated in seniors world championships in 2003 and 2005, participated in Commonwealth championships in South Africa. He's a participant in the Canada Cup 2003.
We have Dr. Harpreet Shergill, who competed in the 1980 Olympics representing India. She is the first Indian Olympian to earn a PhD in hockey and is the recipient of the Maharaja Ranjit Singh Award. She currently plays in the Australian Women's Masters Championship as a Victorian State player.
Sukhnur and Kushnur Rangi. They are called the Rangi sisters and they are the leading female pole vaulters in Australia and the world. Equal first place medalists at National Under-19 Women's Pole Vault. Represented Australia in 2024 Australia Athletics Championships in Under-18 Pole Vault and won gold and silver medals.
We have Jaspreet Singh, who represented Australia as part of the Australian youth team touring New Zealand and was selected for Australia's Volleyball Academy in 2023.
Mandeep Yong participated in Australia Championship in 1997, multiple National Australian Wrestling Championship, Wrestling Hall of Fame representative from Australia.
We have Raj Singha, distinguished international athlete, represented India at the SAF Australian Asian Games in 1987 and 1989, setting a new record in shot put. She also represented India in weightlifting from 1987 to 1989 and now represents Australia in Masters Athletics.
Mandeep Kaur participated in Australia with Roku as a sport in World Cup in 2025. She's the coach of Victorian Eagles Football Club. She's a state hockey player from Punjab back in 2001.
We have Rupinder Kaur Sandhu, who represented Australia at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games and represented India at one gold in Turkey in 2002. She is 10-time Australian national champion and earned a bronze medal at the Commonwealth Championships in South Africa in 2017.
Rupinder Kaur represented India in 2010 Commonwealth Games. She's got 6 Asian championships including the ASAB Games, Asian Beach Games, India Singapore Series, 3 international invitational tournaments and various federation cups.
We have Siva Taliwal, an ultimate frisbee athlete, represented Australia at the Under 24 and Open World Championships in women's and mixed divisions.
We would now like to invite the President of the Melbourne Sikh Games Committee, Jugani, and we've also got Exec President Sarabjot Singh Tilati on the stage. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Wow, look at what we have just witnessed. What a fantastic game ceremony this has been. Well done to all those who put this together, all the teams. We are so proud of what you do for these Australian Sikh Games. I wish to acknowledge the presence of the Honourable Julian Hill, representing the Prime Minister, Lee Kalman, Member of Parliament, representing the Premier of Victoria, Vivian Nugent, Chairperson for Multinational Commission, our committee members, our honourable guest, Ryan Brown from Royal Children's Hospital, CEO, ANZAC President, Sarjit Gelong, and Mahavir Garawal, one of the founders of the Australian Sikh Games from Sikh Society of South Australia, Evan Mulholland, representing the opposition government of the state, media partners, supporting partners, our major sponsors, Bunvic, and Rain and Hornland, Victoria, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special day as we look at what we have achieved in 38 years. From humble beginnings, from a hockey match in 1988 to now what is the largest Sikh sports and cultural event on this planet. Numbers are now boasting at 9,000 players, 550 teams, 110 clubs in 17 different sports over 3 days. And credit goes to everybody that has been a part of these games for that 38-year period. This is not something that this Melbourne committee has achieved. This is a united achievement by the whole Australian committee, the community, and the support from all of our volunteers, sponsors, media partners and government. This is truly a community event. It's an event by the community, for the community. We are all volunteers. There's nothing like this anywhere else, and its success is due to the unity, the passion for sport, and the rich culture. So congratulations, everybody. And I do want to say a very special thanks to what these 2026 committee has achieved with this very new initiative of introducing sport for all abilities for the first time. See Connect focused on our youth, Cause Rising, which is expanding our women's engagement, the International Coaches Conference, the Royal Children's Hospital appeal, forecourt and Gupta as first sports to the edition, and the Conra and Gita competition. So you can see there's so much more that we've been added this year to these games, and we hope that these will be preserved in years to come. Thanks to the committee for the hard work in the last 18 months. We look forward to all of your participation as we move to Perth next year, and as we move from Melbourne, to Bontang Perth. So thank you so much, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful next day. Thank you.
Just an update to everybody. The cultural program, which is the gala for this event, is still waiting for all of the things to complete. So please be seated at your specific areas where you've been. We are waiting for the teams to get ready, and then we are having a good cultural show. Thank you.
Still have a grand cultural performance. I would like to thank you guys, and now I would like to invite the Honourable Julian Hill, Member of Parliament, who is representing the Prime Minister, Mr. Anthony Albanese, to say a few words on this special occasion.
Thank you, Jags, for the leadership that you've shown in bringing the games together. And on behalf of the Prime Minister and the Australian Government, thank you to everyone who's made the trek to Melbourne. It is wonderful that Melbourne and my home state of Victoria have been able to host these games, the 38, which have grown to be one of the largest, most energetic and most colourful and downright joyful weekends on Australia's multicultural calendar, which is appropriate given Sikhism is one of the fastest growing faiths in Australia, and the Punjabi language is the fastest growing second language in our country. When you arrive at these games, you don't just arrive at a sporting event. You walk into a celebration where half the people are catching up with family and friends, and the other half are warming up. We've heard this in thousands of athletes, more than 9,000 this year in Melbourne. Surely a record. I was a little bit sad that we couldn't host it at Casey Fields as it was in 2019, but it's now simply too big and had to be hosted here in the central city. What really makes these games special though is that they're not just about sport, they're about inclusion. And the full program includes women's empowerment events, interfaith, youth forums, disability, participation, arts, cultural and more. There's something for everyone, which is consistent with the Sikh faith and values and Guru Nanak's teachings of equality. And also, of course, Zenga. I think you said more than 100,000 meals today, more than 300,000 over the entire program. Late last year, I had the privilege of visiting Punjab state in India and Sri Harmandir Sahib, the Golden Temple. Now, I thought the kitchens at my local Keysbrook Gurdwara were big until I visited the Golden Temple, more than 200,000 meals on the weekend day that I visited. But Australia's Sikh Games has become a fixture in modern Australia, and modern Australia is multicultural Australia. People from all over the world who share a commitment to our country, to our democracy, to our values and institutions, while celebrating their ancestral identities and cultures. I also acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation because our continent's human story began 10,000 years ago. We can be proud of what we've built here in modern Australia over generations, and key to making our diverse society work is that principle of mutual respect for our fellow Australians who may be very different. And sport has played such a huge part in creating our national story. That's why events like this really matter, and the government was delighted to provide $450,000 to support these games. Money well spent over the last few days. So congratulations to the athletes, congratulations to those on the committee who made the games happen, but perhaps most importantly, thank you to the choir heroes, the volunteers, the coaches, the organisers, the parents, the community leaders who poured their time and energy and heart into making sure that the games have run so smoothly. I wish you a happy final day tomorrow, and thank you again for being back in Melbourne.
Thank you, Mr. Hill, for your encouraging words. We will now like to invite Lee Parliament, Member of Parliament, who is representing the Premier of Victoria, the Honourable Jacinda Allen, to share a few words with us as well.
Thank you very much. I would also like to begin by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and acknowledge any First Nations people joining us here today. To JAG, thank you very much, and also the Australian President of the Sikh Games, my parliamentary colleague Julian Hill, Vivian Wen, the Chair of the BMC, all the athletes and sporting clubs that are present here and participating, the Sikh Games Organising Committee, all the dignitaries, community and faith leaders, and of course all the sponsors as well that helped make this event possible today. It's wonderful to be with you here representing the Australian government at the Games ceremony for the 38th Australian Sikh Games, an incredible milestone for the Australian Sikh community. Over the years, the Sikh Australian Games have become one of the largest annual sporting events for the Sikh community across the country. At 38 years, it's clear that this tradition is here to stay, it is growing and getting even bigger. Like Julian, I fondly remember in 2019 when the games were hosted in my electorate out in Casey, and can see exactly why it's not possible that it can be hosted out there again at the scale that it is growing to these days. But it is a weekend, it's about showcasing the incredible talent, determination and sportsmanship across so many sports, while also celebrating the risk culture and values of the Sikh community. Every athlete who steps onto the field not just represents themselves, but the pride of their community. And I want to acknowledge the hard-working team and committee of the Sikh Games and what this sporting festival is all about. It's about promoting the values of Sikh faith that celebrate Sikh culture through sport, music, dance and cultural programs. It encourages health, well-being, active lifestyles by hosting major sporting competitions, including traditional Sikh sports that engage and inspire thousands of participants. It supports community engagement, inclusion and multicultural connection through initiatives such as the Zenga, Women's Network forums, open discussions and panel sessions. And it showcases leadership, empowerment and cultural pride by providing platforms for youth, women and community members through ceremonies, forums and the marketplaces and stalls that you see around the pavilions. As you know, Victoria is proudly home to one of the most culturally diverse societies. Generations of migrants from all over the world have not only chosen to make Victoria home, but have helped build the Victoria that we are all so proud of, contributing to our economy, enriching our culture, and strengthening the communities we all share. I want to also briefly mention the Saki, which is drawing very quickly upon us. And I had the pleasure of attending a function hosted by the Premier just last week to acknowledge the contributions of Sikh Victorians. The Saki is a time of renewal, of gratitude and community. A time to come together, to share food, to give thanks, and to look ahead with hope. And for Sikhs, it carries an even deeper meaning. Because it was under the Saki in 1699 that Guru Gobind Singh Ji founded the Khalsa. An order built on courage, equality, compassion, and stand out for the dignity of all people. Those are Sikh values, but they are also values that we are proud to share here in Victoria. Another of the great pillars of Sikh faith is Zenga, selfless service. And that is not just something spoken about, it's something you live every day. And we see that through the fundraising efforts that have been talked about here today, the language that's been provided, and I see it through the gurdwaras and the surplus service that we see through the food drives that support the community in and around my location across Australia each day. I also saw when I visited Punjabi and Melbourne Temple last year as well, and as Julian said, the scale of which the support of the language there is truly amazing and inspiring to see. So the aim of local governments working with our paramilitary authorities to make Victoria stronger, safer and fairer. And celebrations and gatherings like this remind us that our strength lies in our relationships and connections that hold us together. And it reflects on what it means to be Victorian. No matter who you are, where you were born or what language you first spoke, here in Victoria, you can all belong. We just don't tolerate diversity, we embrace it as part of who we are. And I look forward to the connections, achievements and community spirit this event will inspire. Thank you and good luck to everyone for being in the events. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words and appreciation. We would now like to call upon Mr. Ryan Brum. He's the CEO of the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation. Request you, sir, to please share some views.
Sas Sri Akal. Good evening, my name is Ryan Brown. It's my privilege to be the CEO of the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation. It's absolutely my privilege to be here today. Through living your values of kira, cunning, and honest living with hard work, dedication, and to share your earnings through giving back to the community, your community is truly lots of volunteering, cooking meals, delivering meals to over 30,000 people here in Victoria through some of the areas as the members of raised before. Connecting individuals throughout our nation with mentors, creating leadership opportunities, organising youth camps and community events, or supporting a world-class paediatric hospital like the Royal Children's Hospital. You should all be commended for your seva, your selfless service to the community. Funds raised for the Games will ensure that the Royal Children's Hospital will remain in the top 5 paediatric hospitals around the world. Your support doesn't just fund care, it transforms lives. It creates a lasting impact and builds a happier and healthier future for our children. Thank you to everyone who has supported the Sikh Games. Continue to support the Royal Children's Hospital. We very much appreciate your generosity. Thank you.
So this concludes our speeches. Thank you to all our speakers. Thank you also to Jason Wood, Member of Parliament, as well as Viv Newen, Chairperson for Victorian Multicultural Commission, ANZAC President Sergio Chiquilo, and all other dignitaries. We would now like to request Mr. Derek Shava to please escort all the VIPs back to the grandstand. They will अपनी अकेली performance रहेगी इस शाम की. This is the last element of our ceremony today. In the last 2 minutes of this performance, all those on the hockey pitch will be invited to join in on the Bhangra for a grand Bhangra finale. कहते देश के नचन वाले रीति दी रहती दौड़ वाले दामू बोली मैं पावा नच लगदे विच तू बोली मैं पावा नच लगदे विच तू.
Thank you. अभी किसी माइक से तैयारी होती है वो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ 3 ग्रुप्स आउंगे जी. सब तो पहला टॉर पंजाबरा दी बाय राजविंदर ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਜੀ ਗਿੱਧਾ. ਫਿਰ ਆਉਣਗੇ ਜੀ ਯਾਦ ਸੰਧੂ ਜੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਐਂਡ they will do ਭੰਗੜਾ. And before anything less and more, I would like to introduce to you the kids from Bhangra Roots. You can see them in yellows and purples. So जी खिचो तैयारियां ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਜੀ